A highly advanced technique used primarily by gods of destruction. It's manifested through the Ultra Ego transformation by those trained in the ways of destroyers. But how does one obtain Ultra Ego? How strong is it? How does it work? And what are the drawbacks? In this video, I'm going to try and answer all of these questions. This is Ultra Ego Explained. So to start off with number one, obtaining Ultra Ego. So in order to use the Ultra Ego form, the user has to be trained to use the power of destruction, or at least be trained to use the power of a god of destruction. It's never quite implied that you have to have destruction or the Hakai in order to use Ultra Ego, but everybody that can do it seems to use destruction, so I think it's just you have to master destruction in order to get the form. Then the user needs to be in essentially the right mindset to act as a destroyer. So once they have met these criteria, they can use the Ultra Ego transformation. But how exactly does Ultra Ego work? So Ultra Ego is the opposite of autonomous Ultra Instinct. Basically, where Ultra Instinct lets the user react, dodge, counter, and attack without thinking and requires the user to be calm and emotionless, Ultra Ego needs the user to harness their emotion and passion to use that to become stronger. For true gods of destruction, this means giving into their destructive role and tendencies, thus results in them becoming basically bloodthirsty and not stopping. For Vegeta, however, since he's the only other person we see use Ultra Ego, at least at this time, it is a little bit different. Since he is a Saiyan, he enjoys taking blows from his opponents, drawing from his instinctual love of battle and the Saiyan's ability to get stronger the more they fight and the more damage they take. This exponentially will increase his power through taking the blows. But, to put it simply, the goal of Ultra Instinct is to not let your opponent hit you and to avoid damage, where the goal of Ultra Ego is basically to take damage and turn that damage into your own power. What this does, though, is it opens up the big drawback for Ultra Ego, which is our third topic. So the main drawback is that the user will have to take damage in order to get stronger. And although we only see Vegeta kind of have to do this, the concept should still apply to the Destroyer gods. They are just miles stronger than Vegeta. So if anyone could actually damage them, they would just get power from it. But if the user takes too much damage, they risk blacking out from the damage. This means you will at some point need to dodge attacks so you can keep on fighting, but you will not be able to increase your strength any further. So there is a cap on how strong you can get from this form, but it's kind of directly influenced by how much damage you can take and keep fighting, essentially. If you go up against an opponent whose power is able to essentially overwhelm you, they can knock you out before you can even have the chance to gain power from the form. And this is what we see when Black Frieza knocks out Vegeta in the manga. But basically, if you have not mastered the form, your fighting is on a time limit because of how much damage you have to take in order just to stay relevant within the fight. Now, what does one look like once they've attained Ultra Ego? So this is the final topic I'm going to talk about, and this is the appearance. So like the angels using Ultra Instinct, gods of destruction who have mastered Ultra Ego will have no visible change to their appearance and can access the form without an actual transformation. However, Vegeta, having not mastered the technique, will go through a small transformation. So his hair will basically change from its normal color to a Tyrian purple. The hair on his eyebrows will basically disappear and become very ridge-like, kind of similar to how Super Saiyan 3 looks, where they just lose their eyebrows and they get crazy brow ridges. His eyes will turn a dark magenta, and he gains a slight increase in muscle mass, and they will become much more defined, like his muscle should become defined. Also, his aura will change from its normal white or golden to this dark purple. But that's pretty much it, guys. That is everything we know of Ultra Ego as of recording this video. Was there anything that I left out? Did you guys want me to cover more stuff? If you did, let me know in the comments down below. I personally like they keep giving Goku and Vegeta these two contrasts to their whole like psyche and environment. You know, it's like, okay, Kakarot gets this, so Vegeta gets this. Kakarot's going to the power of the angels, Vegeta's going to get the power of the gods. It just keeps this rivalry that keeps going. Let's face it, if Goku gets to become the strongest in the universe and all he has are gods of destruction, he's never going to try and get stronger. It's this rivalry between him and Vegeta that I personally think is keeping Dragon Ball going and has been keeping Dragon Ball going for so long. But hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And while you're down there, guys, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video from me. And I will see you guys in the next video.